Hello and welcome. I am the Restless Kaiser, and I am over here.
I am Clueless Mike, and I'm over here.
But together we are Modelling for Advantage. Well, Michael, here we are. Grudge match round whatever it is.
Oh, I think this might be 4, possibly.
Space Wolves versus Blood Angels.
Yep.
So before we go into the mission details and so forth, do you want to get on the close cam there and show these beautiful people what we've got?
So today we're playing 1,000 points, and we're using the new Space Marine Codex.
Oh yes.
So let's
But this is recorded before we've had our supplement.
We are using our little printout.
Flimsy PDFs, mate.
Yeah, that's what we've got.
That's what we got.
So Meta armies don't have many stratagems. We've got our special units though. So I'm going to go down here. You're looking at the back of my army, but I'm going to go down nice and close. So this is my warlord here. He looks like a sanguinary priest in Terminator armour, but he's just a normal sanguinary priest, and I've given him the armour Indomitus relic, and I'm using an old model from 5th edition when you used to be able to give them Terminator armour. I've upgraded him to be the chief apothecary and given him the special warlord trait that means I can get models back for 3. I have a squad of 5 Thunderhammer Storm Shield Terminators, giving them a try with the new rules. I have a librarian dreadnought. Let's spin him around so we can see
Blood Angel's filthy trick.
Beauty from the front there.
Junk on him,
he has a biomantic sarcophagus, which makes him better at mine bullets and stuff.
Michael could just make this stuff up.
I could, and he'd believe me, I tell you.
Yeah.
Over here I've got a tactical squad, double melter in there. Tactical squads now with their double wound. We're going to see how they work. Another tactical squad back here. We have a grav cannon who is turning his back to camera. That's better. Line up, men. He's there. We've got Michael's favourite here, the Vindicator. He is terrified of it. We'll see how it does.
He's going to blow up a dreadnought a turn, that's why.
And over here, every model I put down is back to where I'm putting the camera. And over here we have the Sanguinary Guard, unit of 5, all armed with swords, because, well, they're the best thing.
Are they power swords, or have they got a special name?
What are they called? They're Angelus something swords.
Incarmine
swords. They're a power sword that does 2 damage instead of 1. It's basically
a master-crafted power sword?
It's basically a master-crafted power sword. They used to be 2-handed and such, but they got rid of all of those rules. Okay, what have you got, Michael?
I've got a giant blob here. And with the mission rules, you'll understand why.
We'll go above here.
So we've got 2 groups of blood claws. They're all ginger, obviously.
Obviously, they're space ones.
So they're just bolt pistol chainsword. We've got some swift claws here, which at the moment are just using a generic biker. The swift claw rule allows me to take a massive squad.
Yeah, and it gives you the keyword, so I suspect there's going to be stratagems in the new book.
Yeah, absolutely. Also in this blob, we've got our 2 heroes, MVP of the previous game.
Yeah.
Nigel the Stormcaller, who suddenly forgot all of the Space Wolf magic.
He's taking some bog standard spells.
And we've got our Jack Rockfist.
He terrifies me, him with his throwing of his hammer and stuff.
Before we move on to the main event, just down here there is another group of Swift
Look at him, he's hiding all his stuff so I can't shoot them.
In each case, the Swift Claws have got chainswords on the guys and a power fist on the sergeant.
Pretty deadly.
Then we've got showing 2 Redemptor Dreadnoughts. Michael tells me that these are good.
They seem good.
They were terrible in 8th edition.
They were.
This is the straight out of the box, the Monopose one, you know, the easy build kit.
That's it. It's got a Gatling gun, hasn't it? And it's got a flamer down there.
It's got the nipple grenade launchers.
Oh yeah, it comes with the grenade launchers, not the storm bolters.
And it's got the big fist, though, is what we're really here to do.
Yeah, it does a lot of damage in combat.
This was about 16 parts. This is the multi-part one, which is about 120 parts.
They look pretty similar, to be frank.
They look very similar, don't they?
What's the price difference on them?
I don't know whether you can still get this.
I don't think you can, actually. I think they discontinued a load of their easy build
stuff,
range, didn't they?
So this one, because it's the multi-part one, it's got the Icarus Storm Launcher, it's got the Macro Plasma Cannon, he's got the Daka Gun, the mini onslaught.
Yep.
And he's got nipple Storm Bolters instead.
Yeah, good choice.
Yeah. Well, in the previous edition, Storm Bolters were better because they weren't so random.
Yep. Storm Bolters are now a bit more expensive, unfortunately. They're no longer 2 points each, so...
well, there was no listed points cost in there.
Which means you don't pay anything for them.
There we go. But the grenade launchers are blast weapons, so they're probably better now.
Yeah. They're slightly better, but Storm Bolter's probably better because you don't need to roll a dice.
before we move into round one, we talked about the armies. I have no relics because I'm not allowed relics because my character's a
Taking
name.
2 special characters, this is the price you pay.
Nigel is going to be my warlord, and he gets a warlord trait that is a unique.
Makes you better for killing vehicles and monsters, basically. Plus, it's to hit to wound and stuff like that.
Yeah. But the mission structure that we played, that may be more significant.
Yes, we've kind of like tried to... We're using one of the tournament missions, but we've themed it a little more, haven't we? We've chosen the same secondaries each, makes it a bit easier to follow.
Keep it straightforward.
And it's also, we've chosen quite thematic secondaries. So if we go through the mission, we are playing Ascension. So it has the standard rules. There are 5 objectives on the table. We've got 1 here, 1 here, 1 there, 1 over there, and 1 in the centre, which is the important one. In this mission, we start 18 inches away from each other. We can't do any scout moves of any kind, no forward deploying unless it's on our warlord.
But we started an extra 3 inches.
But we started closer. So this is quite a close combat-y mission. We get the standard points for getting 5 points for controlling 1 objective, 10 for controlling 2, and an extra 5
These
for
are
control
in your
more.
command phase, is that what
These are in your command phase,
so you have to
hold
have done that
them all the
previously.
way through. But that's not really the main event of this mission.
No.
This mission has a secondary called Ascend. So at the end of each of your turns, so not at the end of the battle rounds, at the end of the turns, if you control the central objective marker, you score a number of victory points equal to the turn number. So turn 5, that bad boy is worth 5 points. So we're really battling up to that point.
Yeah.
We also score a bonus point if at the end of one of our turns our warlord is within control range of the central objective, so within 3 inches. So my warlord, in case I forgot to say, is my chief apothecary there.
You did, and you said he's got a warlord trait that allows him to bring people back from the dead.
He does. He's going to be picking up loads of Terminators if you manage to kill them.
Cutting out the hearts of the dead.
No, he's just pumping them with stims and getting them up. Either that or he's using necromancy that nobody's
Special
noticing.
Space Marine seed, mate. You've got to take that home.
That's it. So to emphasise the point of warlords a bit more important in this battle, we have also both taken cut off the head as a secondary. Which is the one that you get victory points for killing the opposing warlord, and the earlier in the game you do that, you get more victory points. And we have also taken the Oaths of Moment special one from Codex Space Marines, which gives us bonus points at the end of the battle round if we've done 3 different things. The first thing is we need to kill an enemy character or vehicle or monster, so there's a couple of points on offer there. Another one is not fail any leadership tests and don't withdraw from combat. So that's nicely thematic again. And the last one is be within range of the centre objective and control it. So
we're very much leaning into this.
It's going to be a big piley mess in the centre of the table.
Now, we're moving to that point where we have to roll some dice to see who's going to go first.
Oh, yes.
And this is quite a big deal, isn't it?
Have you got some dice over there?
Shall we roll 2 dice? Is it more exciting
that might be better, mightn't it?
Shall we roll 2 dice?
2 dice each. I've got a 6.
I got a 9.
Okay, would you like to go second or first?
I'd like to shoot at least once with my Redemptors.
I thought you might.
All right. Bing bong, round 1.
Okay, let's see how we get on.
See how we do. Do I have a choice, by the way?
You have a choice, yeah?
Right.
You get to choose.
Oh, I'm definitely still choosing.
I think it's very rare you'd ever choose to go second.
Absolutely. So if you've got the Space Marine Codex handy, because I might need some ranges checking.
First time playing with this, so we're going to have to check various things, because stuff has changed.
What do you reckon? Redemptors move 7, 8?
I reckon they'll move 8 myself. We'll play this little guessing game throughout the whole game. Move it 8, and then we'll move it back if it's not 8.
Move it 8, and then we'll move back if it's not.
I wish they'd put this in alphabetical order in the sections. At the back of the book, it's in alphabetical order, but it's not in this section. Redemptor is movement 8.
Nice. Redemptor is movement 8.
Look how far forward he is. Those things are killer in combat now. They do D3 plus 3 damage.
Not if they get thunder hammered first.
Well, yeah, that's the plan.
Where are the Terminators? Over there. Well, they can only charge 1 of them.
Yep.
He says. That's not true, is it?
Oh, that's a long charge for a Terminator to get to that second one.
Right. Now, bikes.
Bikes, they're quick.
Bikes are quick. I need to be on these objectives.
Bikes are, I think, 14-inch movement.
Yes.
See how good my guessing power is. They might have randomly changed it to like 20-inch movement or something silly. Fast attack. After elite, a bike squad has 14-inch movement still.
Here we go.
Out they come.
Out they come. Now, blood claws. So this is going to be 2 up and 2 down, isn't it?
It is, yeah.
Yeah, 2 up and 2 down. So I think I need to advance, don't I?
Yep, you're not going to get there otherwise.
3. I've got a movement of 9. -4 is 5. 5 inches only going to get me to the end of there. So I'm going to, do you know what? I'll just run round in a conga line around here, I think.
Yep.
So that's going to get some people. So this is the first
He's going for that central objective already.
Who would have thought?
Well, exactly.
Yeah, but unfortunately...
Your Blood Claws are a lot better in combat than my tactical squad.
Not as good as your Thunderhammer dude.
They're not as good as my Thunderhammer dude bros, though.
No, I'm quite anxious about them. Sanguine noobs have got to fight somebody, right?
They are likely going to fight somebody.
Yes. Arjack.
He's slow as old boots, isn't he?
Yep, so he's going to try and advance. Here we go for Arjack. 6.
Oh, he's obviously smelt the blood of the blood
11-inch move, but I lose. Down to 7. Right, so Arjack.
Go on, stand on that thing in the centre. Just stand there, you yelling and throwing your hammer around.
Yeah, yeah. There's probably positions where that can move and it would be the nearest model.
Well, only if it managed to kind of move into here, I suppose.
Yeah.
But then those bikes are there.
But you know
as well.
Arjack can take it.
He can, exactly. He's not scared of no
He's the foe
Vindicator.
hammer. Right, here come... Ooh, do I leave these back here? I think I probably do.
Remember, objectives are there as well. You need to be on your objective, so you might want to move your bike round slightly. Just
Well, you've got to be within 3, haven't you?
Yeah, I don't know if it's within 3 or not.
Yeah, it's only just.
Yeah, that's
let's
fine.
do a little bit of chicanery. Sorry, I tend to play a little bit slack about stuff like that. Right, so Nigel is going to move, and he's going to move over here. Yeah, that's fine. Because I got 6-inch, give everybody an invuln save, right?
You certainly do.
Yeah. Okay. So these guys are going to consolidate in this direction a little bit. And then there's this last group of bikers. But I think if they come out, they're just going to get murdered.
Let's hope.
Shooting bolters at Terminators feels like a bit of a stupid idea to me.
Especially when I've got a chief apothecary there who can heal them twice and get one back from the dead.
It's going to heal somebody anyway though, right? I think the bikes...
If only you could heal the Dreadnought.
If only you could heal the Dreadnought. Well, I think the bikes need to shoot the Dreadnought, but they can't shoot the Dreadnought.
My Dreadnought is a character, so you can't shoot him.
Unless he's the nearest model.
Yeah, and I've got 5 Terminators in the way.
Absolutely. I think the bikes are going to come out though. I think they're going to come here and they are going to try and shoot the Terminators, and it's all a bit pointless. But
you never know, it could roll really well and just kind of like mow down the poor Terminators.
But they need to be in a position to charge something next turn. I
exactly,
think
you've got to move forwards.
Actually, better than that, they're going to go over here so that I'm actually on that objective with something.
That's a better plan.
The reason it's not a good plan is they're not within 6 of him.
I don't have that much high AP shooting though. I've got a few melter guns, so...
You got Terminators, mate!
Oh, well, yeah, but they're not getting over there.
Now, Blood Claws advanced. They didn't advance, but they don't have the Blood Claw roll.
They don't, no.
Currently.
Nope.
No, because Blood Claws still have that.
Swift claws,
if they can charge, they must.
Yeah.
Which is why I advanced
Swift Claw keyword, but no Blood Claw rule.
Now, Nigel has many powers.
He does.
And he gets +1 a cast. So we're going to start in the psychic phase, and he's going to give everyone in the world an invuln save of 5.
Let's just see if I'm within 24 inches. Is that
Do you
over
get extra
him?
range for deny?
I don't know. It's only for casting. Is that over Nigel? I can't see.
Nigel is here.
Oh, yes. So we
Is
can
it not
happily
18
deny.
for deny?
No, it's 24 for deny.
It's 24. How many denies do you get?
Just the one, though.
Just the one?
Yep.
Okay. I'm going to smite first then.
Yep. What's your closest target?
It's got to be a Terminator there, right?
Yep. Can you see my
There's
Terminator?
going to be a line along here somewhere, isn't there?
I can't see
No,
Nigel.
maybe not. No, you're quite right. So can I... That's probably too far away. It is. Oh, I don't think I can smite then. No, the leg of my Redemptor is lined up neatly.
The way
with
he's
gap
done it and the
there,
bit
yeah.
sticking out from that building.
Right, okay, so in which case I've got 2 spells.
You got your 5 up in Vun.
Yep. I've got my Might of Heroes type spell.
Yet, what are you going to cast that on?
This one.
Fort Your Might.
That's a 5.
Oh, I don't
+1
think
a cast, that's a
doing
6.
it. So 6 might.
That's
Let's
gonna
have a
do it,
see.
surely.
I would assume so, but you never know what they've changed.
Yeah.
Librarious Discipline, Might of Heroes is a 6. The old
So I only
+1.
just passed that because Nigel's a +1 caster.
Do I want to try and deny that? You know something? I think I might want to try and deny that because that seems quite deniable.
Yes.
So No, with a 3, that's not helping.
No, and do you have a psychic hood?
I do have a psychic hood, but it's not in range.
Yeah. Oh, that's got a lesser range.
That's got 12 inch.
So now we're going to do the, what's it called?
It is called Psychic Fortress.
Does it go off on a 7?
It does, yes.
Oh, just.
Oh, look at him. He's well
six
powered
up to 1/7. Right. So that's given a 5-up invuln to core units within 6 inches.
Which is your everything in your army but your 2 characters.
Except my 2 characters. He doesn't do it to himself.
Yep.
Alrighty.
It doesn't. It's not even core units. It's any units.
Is it?
So it would affect, say, my Vindicator if I cast it on that.
Right. So if we work right to left with the shooting, broadly speaking,
Yep.
if that's all right, can I grab all of your dice? So what I'm going to do is when it reaches the point for you to make the saves, I'll pass them.
He has fallen into my trap of using my special Blood Angels dice. They're not going to serve a Space Wolf.
Okay, so these guys have each got 2 bolts, so they've got 4 shots apiece, right?
Yep. Because they're bikes, they always get to fire at maximum number.
They're in range of the Terminator. I know this is a bit of a joke, but here we go.
He's going to kill like 4 here.
So they're the hits.
Oh! What are my dice doing?
4 wounds, sir.
4 wounds.
Lucky ones.
Oh, one has taken a wound.
We did a wound. Right, onto the Redemptor.
Where is my little D4? There we go, one has 2 wounds left.
So the Redemptor. Do you know what the range of the Icarus rocket pod is?
Oh, I'm guessing 48. Let's see how right I am.
And is there an angle this dreadnought can see across there?
God, there are so many units. Icarus rocket pod, only 24. Who knew? That's a bit of a rubbish anti-air weapon, isn't it?
Okay,
can't shoot an aircraft.
It can't shoot across there then. So, and it can't single out the character. So,
nope.
Can it shoot the Vindicator? Because it is a reasonable anti-tank weapon. Yeah, but it's not 24.
The Vindicator, is it not? Blimey.
No. Right, so we have got the Storm Bolters.
Looks like you're shooting some Terminators then.
Yes. So the Storm Bolters, whoops, it's 2 pairs, isn't it?
Yes, 8 shots.
8 shots. Here we go at the Terminators. This is for wounding, so that's 3.
3, I've got them here, that's okay.
Here, 3 to wound.
Oh, I take another wound at this rate, they're all going to go down.
And then the Icarus rocket pod.
Yep.
Is it D3 shots still?
It is D3 shots.
That is 3.
Oh.
Is it -1 to hit against ground targets?
It is, not anymore. They kind of got rid of that as a rule.
Okay, so that's 1 hit, 2 hits. That is going to be 2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Saves at minus something.
Oh, he's rolled another 1. That's killed that model.
The minus for the Icarus is probably 2.
Icarus is -1, but they've got +2 to their save anyway because they cover. So he has bought the bullets.
That was from the Icarus. We've then got the Onslaught Gatling Cannon, which is 6 shots.
I need to stop rolling all these 1s.
So that's 4 hits. That is 3 wounds.
3 wounds.
3 saves at -1.
There, that's better.
They're all good. Yep. And now D6 shots from the plasma cannon.
Yeah, this is the biggie.
Okay, so that's 5.
Before you roll to hit, are you overcharging?
Yes.
You are overcharging. So this has got a new supercharged profile. Strength 9, AP -4, 3 damage. Really powerful.
Hitting on 3s. There's a 1 and a 2. And I realised halfway through this I should have used that stratagem.
To re-roll the 1s. So you have taken a mortal wound for
I've taken a mortal wound, but that's
overcharge.
3 hits.
Yep.
I can CP re-roll that.
You could CP re-roll that.
I shall do that. So I didn't take a wound, but I didn't hit.
No problem. So 1 CP down.
And that is 2 saves.
2 saves. So it's -4. I've got +2. Oh, it's a heavy weapon. It's actually -5.
Because it's that phase,
yeah. So I've got +2 to my save, so it's actually a -3. So I've got a 2 up, a 3 up, a 4 up, a 5 up. So I'm going to take my 4 up Storm Shield.
No, this is on the Vindicator.
Oh, on the Vindicator. So it's a 2+, it goes to a
0.
no+.
That's 6 damage then, right?
So yeah, 6 damage, no roll needed. Sorry, I thought it was the Terminators.
No.
What am I looking for? I'm looking for a dice. 6 damage, he's down to 5. The Vindicator is already bracketed.
Whee! That was those. On to, it's a very long first turn, isn't it? Now this...
It's very long firing a Primaris vehicle. I mean, they have so many guns.
Different weapons as well.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind if they're all the same profile, just bung them together.
Now, are they within 12? Yep, so I can flame them. So I don't think any of this guy's weapons are going to do very much to the Vindicator, so I'm going back onto the Terminators.
That's it. I've paid for a siege shield on the Vindicator. It actually does something in the current rule set.
So tell me about Fragstorm grenade launchers.
They are D6 shots.
And
what range have they got? 18-inch range, D6 shots, blast. Blast does nothing here, so 2D6 shots.
Is 8. Do they otherwise have bolter profiles?
They are otherwise a bolt gun.
Right, and I still should have done that stratagem to allow myself to reroll ones. Right, so that's 4 hits. That is 2 wounds.
2 wounds. We're okay.
You're okay. Right, then onto the better guns, the Flamer.
Yep.
3 hits.
Only the one.
Wound. No, Arjack allows me to reroll the 1.
Oh, yes.
2 wounds.
2 wounds.
Save at -2 because it's a heavy weapon.
It's okay, we still make it, even though I rolled a 2, because I'm in cover and I've got a storm shield, I still have a 2 up against -2.
So good. And then it is the big Dagger gun, which is 12 shots, right?
Yeah, it is. The new storm shields are generally worse, I think, but are really good versus small arms fire.
Terminators, I think they're very good.
Yeah.
Now, this is AP -2.
It's AP -1 normally,
yes.
So 2 in this round.
Now, what's the...
Strength 6.
On the heavy onslaught?
Yeah, still strength 6.
So I'm just not getting the wounds against the
Vindicator, no.
No. How many Terminators have I killed?
You've killed 1.
How many wounds?
None.
12 shots. Are the Sanguinary Guard easier to kill?
They've got a 2-up save.
So they've got a 5-up save then?
A
4-up
save. Yep.
Are they higher toughness?
Range? They're not higher toughness. Where are we? Macroplasma. I'm just checking the range. Onslaught Gatling. Heavy Onslaught has got 30-inch range, so you're happily in range there.
Yeah, I'm going to shoot them, I think.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
Oops, in the tray. So we miss with the 1s and 2s. We then wound on 3s, re-rolling 1s because of Arjack. So that is...
Oh, nasty.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 7.
7 I'll have then. So I'm on 4 pluses here, which is really bad. We have failed 4 of them, so that's 2 dead Sanguinary Guard.
They only have 2 wounds.
Only got 2 wounds.
They didn't get an extra one.
They did not get an additional wound.
I think they're going to get that in their Codex.
I don't think they will. They got an additional attack and they got -1 to be hit in close combat, so they got improvements.
Yeah.
But I don't think they wanted to give classic Marines a unit with 3 wounds base. It's not in Terminator. But Terminator armor gives +1 wound for putting it on.
So these are they advanced.
Yep.
So that's that. I think that's the end of my shooting phase. Arjack was out of range. Story that was a little bit on the long side.
That's okay. That's
definitely mistakes were made there in terms of not dealing with this. So that was the end of the Space Wolf first round. Do you have to make a leadership test?
I do over here. Don't want to fail this.
Leadership is a bit different.
And over here as well. So, what is the leadership of a Sanguinary Guard? I'm going to roll it.
Probably loads,
so
isn't it?
+2 to this. They're okay. Over here, they're okay as well.
Yeah.
So let's quickly do our victory points for the end of turn. You've got a bit of paper over there, I believe.
I've got a bit of paper and a pencil.
So
oh, you mean for like old school recording things?
Yeah, for writing stuff down.
I do maths. Do you know what? Although I spent a command point, I should have gained 1, right?
Oh, you should, yes.
So I'll put that back, so I'm on 6.
So this one is at the end of each battle round, but Ascend is at the end of your turn. So you gain 1 victory point because you control the objective at the end of your turn. And you also don't have your Warlord within 3, do you? So
no,
he doesn't gain you any from that. You haven't killed my Warlord, but you do get the points for the other one. I've got too many books open. Here we go. We have... that's at the end of the turn. That one there. No more to score at this point. You score the rest at the end of the battle round.
The ultimate moment thing is at the end of the battle round.
That's at the end of the battle round.
Okie dokie. So how are you feeling going into your first round?
I'm worried about the 2 Redemptors. Whether I can kill them or not is losing my Vindicator down to 5 wounds, putting it below half profile is not clever for it. But as we're all finding, moving and firing your vehicles with no negatives is good because they were much better than they've been in previous games because they've stomped forward into good position and could still hit their targets. Still
confident that if you'd have gone first, you'd have killed one of them or rendered it nearly ineffective.
So these guys are going to have to They're going to have to wander this way because I need them to do something. So I'm going to have to take this objective by killing some Space Wolf bikers.
Cool.
So we shall go in there to do that. Oh, I don't really want to charge everything into Arjak's face.
Full hammer!
Exactly. I don't have anything that's as good as him in close combat.
What, not even the Dreadnought?
No, because he's got a 3-up invulnerable save and does 3 flat damage. He does not.
I think he only does 2 flat damage. Full hammer was a bit worse.
Oh, okay.
I'll double check that, but he
Yeah,
used
if
to
you
be
could.
that way. Because I think it was just a bit too good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So these guys are going to meander around this way.
Arjak.
They're going to meander this way.
Oh no, it's been up to damage 3.
Yeah, I thought he was at damage 3.
And he does +1 damage to characters.
Oh my
His
lord.
damage 4. And his strength base is 5, so his strength 10, damage 4.
Oh, yeah, I
against
have
monsters.
nothing that can stand up to that. We're
Unless
gonna
you kill him.
Unless I kill him beforehand somehow. He's going to move to there. You know what I forgot? I forgot my 6-up Feel No Pain over here, but it makes no difference because it doesn't make a difference to that. These guys are going to have to pop up here, making sure they're going to be within 12 of them.
If you could come within 3 of my Dreadnoughts, that would be great.
Yeah, I thought you'd like that.
Yeah, because that's like a whole chapter tactic that we have
Yep.
that I'm almost never going to use. I'm
There
gonna
we
hope
go,
that
there.
someone you forget, and I'm going to heroically intervene into you.
This guy needs to make sure he's within 24 of the back one, because we're hopefully going to thump
Because
the
the back
first
one's
one
the
to
one that
death.
can kill Terminators.
Yep.
Yeah.
He's going to move to there, take his wounds with him.
Oh, boo.
And these ones here, I'm going to quickly measure their range. They're going to pop up here.
Oh, they're the cheating ones.
They are
I
the
didn't
cheating
even know they
ones.
existed.
This one is going to run round here. This one's going to pop up here. This one's going to pop up there, just so we're still on our objective back there. And getting a bit bogged down moving around this bit of terrain. So this guy is going to move over. Might move that guy a bit further back. Move him over to there, just to put myself in range. I'm outside of my melter gun range over there, unfortunately, but I can't quite force that gap. Okay, I think that's all of my movements done. Let's get some psychic powers. Oh no, end of the movement phase.
End of the movement phase.
I'm going to check my rules here.
And see if there's something special you can do.
I'm going to bring some model back to life, I believe, if I remember my things correctly, but let's find wherever they...
For being a master apothecary.
Yeah, they've hidden... Well, I get to use the special apothecary stratagem for 3, so I need to find the special apothecary stratagem, which will be hiding in here with some kind of apothecary name, hopefully. You'd think, wouldn't you? Might bear with us here. We'll play some kind of like lift music. Combat Revival. Use this stratagem at the end of your movement phase. Select a chapter apothecary, blah blah, from your army, then select a friendly chapter infantry or chapter biker unit that is not at its starting strength and within 3 inches of the apothecary. One of the destroyed models is returned to that unit. Huzzah! Plonk. U40 was dead.
And are there any restrictions on where you can deploy that? Because he's moved further than the rest of the unit now.
And one of the selected models is returned to that unit with its 4 wounds remaining. No, doesn't say anything.
Okay.
So yeah, I'm getting a little extra movement out of it.
Well, on a 40mm base, it's quite a bit of
Yeah,
extra
yeah, it
movement.
is.
I think
That's an inch off my charge, certainly.
Yes.
So then we're on to the psychic phase. So I am going to cast. First of all, I'm going to smite.
First of all, you're going to smite? Yeah.
So-
I knew I was looking for something. I was going to check if I had 2 denies, because I think I do.
I think you do, because Chief Librarian,
Deny
so
2,
Mephiston and people
Yeah.
all have 2 denies. Dreadnought is the closest. I've rolled an 11 for a d6 damage smite.
Okay.
Would you like to try and deny? There's no point not denying for you. Close, but no cigar.
I want to CP, because D6 damage is horrendous.
Yep. You're looking for a 12 on
I know,
that, though.
but
Okay.
it's still horrendous. What else am I going to reroll?
Well, that is
in
true.
the psychic
I
phase?
gain 1, you lose 1.
No, I rolled a 9 again.
You did, yeah.
Did
I've
you
already
take
taken
one
your
off?
one off.
Thank
yeah.
you.
They're
Okay.
down there. So D6 damage to the
And
Dreadnought.
that's going on the Dreadnought.
It
Oh,
is. Closest
brutal.
model takes 3.
Takes 3 damage, takes him down to 10.
It does. Now, I could use the invulnerable save thing.
You could.
I could make myself tougher, or I could make one of these guys a bit tougher and a bit more attacks. I think I'm going to give my Terminator Sergeant +1 strength, +1 attack, and +1 toughness.
So you took Might of Heroes as well?
I took Might of Heroes.
Yeah.
So I'm going to cast that. So we have an 8 there, which is a cast.
Oh, and I failed it in 9.
Okay, so my Terminator Sergeant is a bit beefier to help him smash up a Dreadnought, because this Dreadnought is toughness 8. So it puts his strength up a bit more. Okay, let's go to the shooting phase. Well, let's start off with the Vindicator. Let's just double check his wounds and such.
Well, he's below half and he's not on 2 wounds, so it's
Well, I'm just checking they haven't upped his wounds to 12 or anything like that. No, he's still wounds 11, so he is ballistic skill 4 up. So I am going to fire my Hunter-Killer missile at this Dreadnought back here.
This one?
Yep, and I am also going to fire my Giant Great Demolisher
This is
cannon.
the one that took fire...
This one took the mortal wounds, so I'll stick a
3,
dice
was
on
it?
him.
Was it 3 or 4?
It was 3 he took, so he can have 10, because they start with 13, don't they?
They do.
So he's got that. So I have... Let's do the
Hunter-Killer?
Hunter-Killer first. It's a miss, obviously. Then we shall do D6 shots from the
Well, at
Demolisher
least it wasn't
cannon.
your D6 shot.
Well, that is true. That's
very
a
close to your
2.
D6
I am
shots.
going to re-roll that with a CP.
So you're only re-rolling the shooting phase?
Yep. It's a 1! Oh, this is going very badly.
It's because you beat me last time.
It's a hit at least.
Okay.
Is it a wound? It's not even a wound. Oh.
Bing!
Michael was sure this was going to kill an entire Dreadnought in one shooting phase.
Well, those dice were awful,
They were.
and you were at half strength.
Okay, that is bad.
not done yet.
Bad. So let's fire some 2 melter guns over here. We'll fire at this back Dreadnought.
Yep.
My other guns in this squad will all fire down at the bikes.
Okay.
I'm not
I
going
don't
to...
think they're harder to kill than this. They're toughness 5.
Oh yeah,
And this is toughness 7.
That is true, so maybe I want to fire over at those guys, try and move them back from the objective a bit.
But they're not in rapid fire.
Ah, they're not. Are all of these in rapid fire? The Dreadnought isn't, the bikes are. So we're going to go for the bikes because they're in rapid fire.
Yeah. I wasn't trying to
No.
dissuade you.
That is fine. So against the bikes,
Yep.
3 misses and 1 wound.
That's a save.
That's a save.
That's an early waste of a
Then
6.
we have 2 melter guns.
Just
against
regular
the
melter guns,
Dreadnought.
not
Just
multi-
regular melters. So just the 2 shots. 1 hit. Fails to wound. This is going very badly. We've got 1 melter gun from this Dreadnought out of range there, so he's firing at that one.
Is he within 12 across there?
He should be, I believe.
Yeah. Okay. They're on big
Just,
bases.
yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
Cool.
out of that one. So I've hit with that one.
Okay.
But this one only wounds on a 4 because you might have heroes that one.
Indeed.
It's a wound.
I'll take my invuln save, I guess.
Yep.
Ooh, that wasn't in the tray.
Oh, okie dokie.
Wasn't in the tray. Oh,
See, your honesty was
integrity
rewarded.
pays off.
He's got no other range weapons. These guys have
does he
no
not have
range
one on the
weapons.
slung stormbolt or
No,
anything?
he just has the melter gun one side.
Oh,
you
he can
can't
have
have
the
one on
slung
a
melter
force
gun.
weapon.
Right.
So then we've got this squad back here.
The Devastator squad.
The tactical squad. They're going to fire their plasma gun and their grav cannon against these little guys down here.
Okay, yeah.
So we'll do, and their bolt guns they're going to fire at.
This is the bikes, maybe the only thing
Yeah, they
they
can't
is it?
see through there, so they're going to have to go at the bikes. So we'll do quickly 3 bolt guns at bikes. All of those hit, of course they do. None of them wound though. Then we've got our grav and our plasma. Are we going to fire our plasma on overcharge? My luck so far is saying no, but bugger it, we're going to fire the plasma on overcharge.
Okay.
The plasma hits.
It hits.
The
It
plasma
does not
fails to wound. 4 grav cannon shots, all hit. All wound.
Ooh, so I've just got my 5-up invuln saves here.
You just have your 5-up
Because
invulns.
grav is AP minus 4
Minus
at this
3,
point.
minus 4 at this point. Oh, look at that.
2, so is it 2 damage though?
It's 2 damage each against stuff that has a 3-up armor save.
Yeah, so I'm going to lose pew, these 2 guys.
Okay, that was...
Dead dudes, mate.
Okay, then we've got our Sanguinary Guard, are the last ones to fire. They're going to fire at the bikes.
Oh, they've got
pretty good wrist-mounted guns. They've upped the range on there now. 18-inch range. They will hit with those.
18 inches?
Yeah, they're surprisingly effective now. I mean,
when you say that,
they've only wounded once, but my rolling has been
AP?
shocking.
Oh, well, a 1's
AP -1, so one of them takes a wound.
Yes. You gonna with that D3?
Oh yeah, why not?
D4 even?
D4
They've got 3 wounds now, have they?
They have, yeah. So that helps.
Wounds remaining is 2, right?
Yep.
Yeah, cool.
Okay, so I think, unfortunately, that is all of my shooting done.
Right.
Which is not clever. So
now
now
into the combat phase.
I am going to go to the combat phase.
Yeah. I'm just checking the life of the camera battery.
Okay, let's do the simple first. These guys are going to charge those.
Yeah. They're going to counter charge.
I'm assuming you're not overwatching?
No, I'm not overwatching.
I get a 4, but that's obviously plenty. We're going to stay quite far back, so we're on the objective still. And then over here, these guys are going to charge.
These guys?
These guys down here, the Terminators, are going to charge your Dreadnought. We don't need to go over the barricade to shoot. With the barricade rules, you can fight over the barricade.
And you don't get -1 to hit by doing that?
I don't believe so. I will double check that.
Because you might want to go over the barricade.
Yeah, I'll see what I get. It's a 5-inch to engage you.
Right, well, I will be overwatching.
You will be? Okay, you fire away while I check the rules.
While you check, yeah. Because I've got a heavy flamer at the very least. One
that
CP
is true,
to overwatch, isn't it?
1 CP, another CP down.
And the charge phase is not the assault phase.
It is not the assault phase, so you still get your other one there.
So, my heavy flamer gets 1 hit. So I'm going to spend another CP. Because I can't do... What's it called anymore? The thing 5. The thing that allows you to fight again.
Yes, you can.
Which is what I used to spend all of my CP on. So now, 5 hits with flamers. Of which 4 wound, and that's AP -2.
It is.
And you're not in cover anymore.
I'm not in cover anymore, so I'm at a 3-up save.
Yay.
We make them all though.
Ah, boo.
I've checked the barricade rules.
Yeah.
You can fight against stuff within 1 inch of the opposite side, and you only need to be within 2 inch to make engagement range.
And there's no issues around.
There's no issues around.
Can I have 3 more dice?
You certainly can. I don't like that.
So we hit on 6s with the onslaught cannon, of which there's nothing there.
Good, good.
And then we get 2d6 shots with the frag grenades, which is 7.
These damn Primaris units.
Sorry, that was 7. 2 hits there.
2 hits there.
Ooh, are they strength 4?
They are. 2 wounds. I'm okay though.
No effect.
I weather the hail of fire that comes out.
Now you make the charge.
Now I make the charge. I get +1 because I'm a Blood Angel.
Of course.
So we have got an 8-inch charge.
Loads of space.
I think we are just going to line up on this side. I could go straight over, but then he can just kind of like heroically intervene with Arjak and such, which we don't really want him to do. So we're going to line up along here like so. Smash that in there. We shall go there, and then we are going to attempt to charge with the Apothecary, just to bring the Apothecary.
Where's he going to go?
He's going to try and run all the way up here or around there. Because I don't lose anything for doing it, I'm going to roll if I roll a 12, and he's not going to make it with an 8.
I was more thinking there isn't a 12.
Yeah, there's very little there. It's mainly because I wanted to get him within range of his auras, but it's not going to happen.
Alright.
Okay, so that is my charging done for both of those. I don't want to charge over here, I don't.
So if I spend a CP, this guy can heroically intervene here?
He can, yeah. I do still get to fight you, remember?
Yeah.
So it would be an 11-inch charge to put my Blood Angels into those bikers. You've already overwatched, so I'm going to try it.
Yeah.
I get +1 on that, so it's a 9. That is not cutting it, unfortunately. Okay. Combat. I choose You are going to spend your 1, are you? I'm
going to spend my CP and I'm going to heroically intervene.
So lets you heroically intervene 6, doesn't it? So that piles in there.
And can't characters do 6 anyway?
They can do 3.
They can only do 3.
Space War characters used to get a different thing. Now they've got everyone can heroically intervene.
Cool.
Okay, so I've engaged both Dreadnoughts. Let's see if I can kill both. It seems unlikely with their -1 damage, but if I can wound them. So I'm going to choose this unit to fight first.
I thought you might.
How am I going to spread my attacks? These 2 are going to fight this one. These
So they do have
three,
5 off invuls, and you're only doing 2 damage.
I am only doing 2 damage a hit, unfortunately. I am really relying on you missing me and my Storm Shield saving the day here to lock you in combat. These 3 are going to fight this one.
Can't vehicles fire heavy weapons anyway?
Oh yeah, they can, can't they? So that's of no help. I'm hoping they're going to wound you enough. As I said, these things are game-winningly good. They are much better than they were.
Unless they get blown up by heavy weapons.
These things will fight that. Well, Thunderhammer's only dealing 2 damage. I mean,
Yeah.
in the previous rules, these would have creamed those dreadnoughts. So, attack-wise, we are not within range of the Apothecary. He would give an aura of extra -1 AP because he's a Sanguinary Priest, because he always puts stuff into Assault Doctrine.
Oh, really?
It's slightly different wording to that. They hit as if they're in Assault Doctrine, so it doesn't activate Assault Doctrine powers.
Ah, right. Okay.
But the AP is useless on them anyway because they've got the invulnerable save. Okay, so we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 because he's got the additional one. So I'm going to have to do him separately. So I'm going to do 6 attacks from these 2 base ones.
What, and he's Might of Heroes as well.
He's Might of Heroes, so he's got 5 attacks.
Yeah, but aren't they effectively the same?
No, because he's got extra strength as well, and this one's toughness 8.
And he's strength 10.
He's strength now 10, where the others are strength 8.
Yeah.
So these ones go in with some pretty
Hitting on
poor
4s,
rolling,
right?
hitting on 4s. We've hit once with those.
Hitting on 4s.
It's a wound.
Strength 8, that's a wound.
Strength 8, 5 up in Vun.
Nope.
So 2 damage down.
Takes me down to 8.
So then we've got our 5 attacks from the Sarge.
Yep. Hitting on 4s.
Yep. I'm just thinking now, do I want to spend a command point to give my Terminators +1 to hit? Should have done that earlier, because I've already rolled some
Is that a
hits.
thing?
It is. Let's double check it.
Ooh. I'm learning.
There's not many stratagems for old style Space Marines, but there is one that I've just remembered, which is for these. I should have remembered it before I rolled the first set to hit.
Yeah, because hitting on 4s is a big deal.
Yeah. Fury of the Thirst. Use a stratagem in your shooting phase when a depth starting unit is selected to shoot, or in the fight phase when it is selected to fight. Till the end of the phase, Terminator models get +1 to the hit roll. So I'll spend that.
Yeah, that sounds like a good idea.
For the rest of my attacks. They're obviously just warming up. They were
So hitting on 3s.
So hitting on 3s now, much more useful. I've rolled a 3.
In the tray.
Oh, damn it, it wasn't in the tray. It's okay.
Hey.
So 3 hits, and this guy is wounding. Oh, I'm remembering all my rules. You can tell I've just moved house and have
So he's
forgotten all the
strength
rules.
10, so his strength is higher, so it's 3s, and then you're a Blood Angel, so
Exactly.
it's 2s.
I forgot the Blood Angel one with the other 2.
Right, okay.
God. Glad I'm remembering these now.
There's one in there.
So we have 2 wounds. Is that going to be enough? I really want to reduce his profile. I'm tempted to spend one. I'm not going to spend one.
I'm going to not CP there.
So you take another 4 damage.
Yeah.
So that's him down to a pretty low profile. Not the worst, I don't think.
No, I think that's the middle one.
And then we've got these 2 on that one. So these 2 have another 6 attacks, but this time I'm hitting on 3s and wounding on 2s, which is much better when you remember the rules.
When you remember your own rules.
Oh,
When you say that,
oh Jesus, my rolling
your
is
decision to not
shocking.
take a captain was probably a very bad one.
Well, no, if he could have got closer, but because I could
because he can do that.
I could just activate the same thing you did, but he couldn't get close enough to do any of it.
You couldn't charge this one because he heroically intervened later.
Couldn't charge him because he was too far away. I really got bogged down by the terrain. There was very little to move around.
This is wounded on 2s also.
This is wounding on 2s. There's only 2 attacks, so 2 wounds on 2s.
5 ups. Not a single 5 up made, so then he's down to 9
I shall
wounds.
find him a dice. And that is me done. Would you like to interrupt with your bikers?
For 2 CP?
For 2 CP?
No.
Didn't think so. Is that on a 9? No, it's fallen over. I've dealt him loads of damage. Okay, so my Sanguinary Guard are going in here.
Turn 1 always very long and unfortunately very important.
Can I steal 1 more dice, please?
They're your dice, sir. You can have all that you wish.
There we go. So I've got 9 attacks with my Sanguinary Guard base and 1 extra for charging for each of them. So 12 attacks. This is how the Sanguinary Guard have been made better.
And they fight on 3s.
They fight on 3s unless they're near the Warlord where they fight on 2s. So out of the oh my lord, look at this.
These are your own dice.
These are my own dice, so we've missed with half of them. And then we are wounding on 4s normally, because I'm strength 5, but 3s because I'm a Blood Angel who's charging.
Yeah.
So we've only got half of them as well. 3 wounds.
AP?
AP -3.
So just 6 up here?
Just 6s.
There's a 6.
Chance. That means only kill one of them.
Biker.
Oh, that is shocking.
Do you do 2 or 3 damage?
I do 2 damage.
So he's got a wound left.
They killed one biker with a charge of sanguinary guard.
Mate, I honestly feel some rerolls would have made a massive difference.
Oh,
yeah.
possibly, but I can't have rerolls everywhere. I had
No.
had them in the centre, but couldn't get them there.
Oh, because of the long charge, then he couldn't come in anyway.
Yeah, and I had to charge you because otherwise you just kill me with your range.
Now, this guy's on top bracket, so he gets how many attacks?
He gets. Let's find him in the book.
Is it 5 or is it 4?
5, I believe. If he's top bracket, they got 4 base. Yeah, he's definitely got 5.
It's 4 basic.
4 base plus 1 for being in the first round of combat.
Plus 1 for being in the first round of combat as a Marine.
Yep.
Yep, okay. So he then has nothing else, but he hits on 2s because he's a Space Wolf. And there was that one. I really should have done that captain thing. So that is 4 hits.
Yep.
They are wounding on 2s, presumably.
They are certainly. They're kind of like strength 14, I think.
So that's 4 wounds.
4 wounds on my poor Terminators.
So you're on your Storm Shield 4 up, presumably.
What's the negative here? The negative is -3. So 1s, 2s, 3s, 4s. So 4s. Failed 2 of them, so that's 2 dead Terminators.
Okay, and then this guy...
The flat damage they've now got, the D3 plus 3,
Absolutely.
just murders everything.
So is he down to 4?
He is down to 4, so 4 wounds remaining. Oh, if I'd have dealt 1 more wound to that Redemptor.
Yeah.
He still always has 4 attacks, but he's only got 5 weapon skill now.
Right, and he has an 5?
5 plus, yeah.
It goes from 3 to 5?
Goes, oh, sorry, you're on your second profile. 4 plus.
Right, okay, so I have 4 base, I have 1 for being a Marine in charge, and 1 for Might of Heroes.
Yes, the Might of Heroes buff.
Now, I'm now wondering whether Arjak actually gives me a buff for fighting... No, you're not a monster or vehicle.
No.
Okay, so they're all hits.
All hits.
All 6.
4 hits on 4 plus.
2s. 3 plus. Plus 1 Space Wolf in the first round.
Oh yes, they're all hits on 4 plus anyway.
There's 2 1s there, but fortunately
Arjak is nearby
because he's a what's it. Okay, so that is 6
more wounds. Oh. 5 failed invulnerable saves.
Yay!
Murderized.
Moider. I would like to...
They're all going somewhere out of the way.
Consolidate
over here.
This way, because he's now got a lot less movement. Yeah?
Yeah. So I was just finding my models.
So my Blood Claws, Skunk Claw, Swift Claws.
Yep.
Now then, do bikers have 2 attacks base?
Bikers will only have 1 attack base, but they've got their chainsword and they've got
Marines on the charge.
So they've got 3 attacks each. So.
And 1 extra on the Sergeant.
Yep.
But the Sergeant doesn't
has
have
a fist.
Sergeant has a fist, so it's 3 chainsword attacks.
Yep.
2s, which is 3 hits. Which is, oh, they're not within range, just the 1 wound.
Just the 1 wound at -1 with the chainsword? Or was this the fist or the chainsword?
That's chainsword.
Chainsword. I'm okay.
Then the fist hitting on 3s because he's a Space Wolf. Oh,
hitting on 4s.
But +1 on the charge.
But they're -1 because of my
-1 to hit. Oh, it's a wound though.
It is a wound. This is -3, so I'm on a 5 up. I'm okay.
Oh, beauty. You killed a dude though.
I've killed 1 dude.
You killed a dude.
You've killed 5 Terminators.
It took me my turn and your turn to do it.
Yeah.
It was that heroic intervention here that's made the difference though.
Oh, this guy killed 5 on his own.
Did he?
Yeah.
That's bad. The dice have not gone your way.
No, they have very much not.
The last time that played
so little damage.
It killed one of these turn 1, and something else killed another one.
But you don't believe me, but these are incredibly good now. They're brilliant in combat, they're brilliant at shooting. And they're so tough as well. 13 wounds with -1 damage. That's tougher than a Wave Serpent, which is known as a super tough vehicle.
Yes.
So they are really, really tough.
Cool. Well, I mean, I did say in advance, there's no gotcha going on here.
Oh, no.
I'm going to do the...
We wanted to try them out, because on paper, I think, bloody hell, they're good.
Yeah.
But never seen them in play, and paper and play are quite different things.
I think different results, those Terminators would have killed this guy, and he wouldn't have fought back.
Yeah.
The other one might not have, anybody else's couldn't have done that intervention.
Exactly.
I don't know how much of that was something you knew could happen, but
I didn't have a choice really.
Out.
I can't stand at the back. You've got better shooting than me.
Yeah.
These two are better shooting than most of my army put together.
I so disagree, but anyway, I so disagree.
You fear this so much.
Right, so end of battle round, end of turn for you, and then end of battle round for both of us, right?
Yep.
So there's some morale. The Terminators failed their morale.
They are gone. But they didn't fail morale, so that's good, because I still get the point for that. You need to make a morale check for your two bikers here.
Do, because
I'm sure they can fail.
Well, so the Blood Claw. Oh no, because I'm basic codex.
Yeah, you're leadership 7, aren't you?
Blood Claws are leadership 7. They need a Wolf Lord with them to give them 8.
So these ones could fail on a 6 because they've lost 2 models. Oh!
Can I CP that?
You can CP your leadership tech.
What does their Will Know No Fear do?
It means you ignore modifiers on the combat attrition roll. So if you fail the leadership test, you lose a model, and then you would roll
more.
And usually you'd lose them on 1s or 2s because you're less than half. But now you'd lose them on 1s.
I need my models. I'm spending one. I'm running out of CP fast, but that's another 6.
Ah, the curse.
So I lose a model, and then I roll dice.
Then
for the
how many
last
models have you got left? 2 left on 1s because you ignore the modifiers. You're okay.
So that's gone.
Yep. Get him out of the way.
That was brutal.
Okay, so now let's do some victory points. If you've got your pen and paper to hand as we need.
I have my pencil and paper because I'm a bit old school, sir.
So
at the
both of our
moment,
warlords,
Space Wolves have 1 victory point, and that's
they do.
it.
Both of our warlords are still alive. I am not in control of that objective because that completely failed, and I don't have my warlord there, so I get nothing for my oath for my the mission, a critical one.
Stuff, yeah.
The oaths of the moment we'll both get some from. So you do this at the end of the battle round, and we're both scoring these. So Oath of Valor, score 1 victory point if any character, vehicle, or monster unit was destroyed by an Adept Astartes unit during this round. Nope, the only unit that was destroyed was the Terminators, so none of us get points for that. An Oath of Honour, score 1 victory point at the end of the battle round so long as no Adept Astartes unit from your army failed a morale. Those smelly blood claws lost you the VP, so I get a victory point for that.
That's 1 for you.
And score 2 victory points at the end of the battle round if an Adept Astartes unit from your army is wholly within 6 of the centre of the table.
That'd be 2 for me, is it?
Yeah, that's another reason I had to go forwards with the Terminators there.
Yeah, I think the terrain was a bigger deal. You didn't have the lines.
No, I didn't. I had to go for the cover for turn 1, but then if I'd have gone back here, I wouldn't have got there. That was the only place really in cover for me to move forwards. So that's that bit done. Then we do the haven't killed things, haven't killed that. So that's all the victory points done at the end of the turn. But we might as well do your victory points for your start of turn while we're here.
So the Ascension thing, did I not have to have people near the middle?
You got that at the end of your turn. So that was what your 1 was from.
Right.
And then we've scored the ones just now.
Yeah. Which was for the Oaths of Moment.
Which was for the Oaths of Moment.
And so then the next point is so at the beginning of my turn we do the normal primary objectives.
So your ones, you control this one. You control the centre one, you control the back one. I control this one and this one. So you control 1, you control 2, you control more than me, so you get 15 points.
15?
Yep.
Is there a maximum number of points?
You can only get 45 for the primary, and you can only get 15 for each of the secondaries. I should have bought my nice little sheet.
So how many points? 15?
15 for that. I've usually got a nice little sheet, but I'm still not particularly organised at home. And I don't score any until the start of my turn.
Until the start of your turn. So this is the beginning of my command phase. I gain a point here.
That you do. Correct? One of them.
Whoa!
One of them on the floor.
One of them on the floor moments. Alrighty. Here we are at the start of round 2. Clueless Mike is going to give us a bit of a review of the battlefield with the close cam.
Okay, let's come over from the back. These guys is looking good back here. We've got our slightly damaged Vindicator.
It's a lot of red.
There is a lot of red, but it comes over here, and there's a bit of a stalemate fight going on over here. But then we have the real power.
Yeah,
very much.
Stalemate no one expected.
And we've still got a lot of models back here to come into play. And this is the one that I'm really scared of. His big plasma cannon is death. But then we've got the bikers over here. But then Back of the Dreadnought, he's ready. He's going to get there. He's got his golden arm ready to fight.
Alrighty. Let's do it. So, I reckon this needs to punch that.
Seems likely.
Seems like a good idea. How far do you reckon it moves now?
Oh, I reckon it's going to move 6. Yeah, it's never going to go down below 4, so it's got to be 6 on its half, hasn't it?
So here we go. Taking my damage with me over there. Arjack is not the one that needs to be near the middle. It is actually, but Arjack.
He ain't going to get there.
No, but if he goes that way, he's never getting over there, is what's bothering me. I've got to do something about them. Oh dear. Oh, I'm going to have to. I'm going to deeply regret this. So he's effectively moving 3 inches that way.
Yep.
Effectively. These guys are staying here for this objective. These guys are going to advance, and they're going to advance to here. And it is my hope that they're out of line of sight. Oh, there's only 2 of them left, isn't there?
There's only 2. I can clearly see them with my tactical squad.
Yeah.
If that's what you were
that tactical
wondering.
squad. Yeah, that's all right. But they can't be seen from everywhere.
No, no.
Is a big deal, isn't it? Now, what's this guy doing? So if I go to there, am I closer to him than them?
Yes.
Do I need to be more over here?
You know, you're closer to him than them, that's fine.
I'd really like to shoot that before charging it. Now, he can move over here, because he's got that warlord thing going on.
Yep. Going for loads of victory points.
Well, if you get a big enough lead, then when you lose later, it didn't matter.
Yeah.
I think that's all of my models except these guys, but I think they're running victory point. But they have a rule that says if they can charge... No, they don't,
No,
they're not real swift claws. So
they're earning victory points, and they've got twin bolt guns.
Yeah, I'm not sure how much difference that's going to make.
You're in Tactical Doctrine, they're -1 AP now.
They're -1 AP? Okay. So... These guys, is there any point in them moving out? I don't think there is, really. I should have thought about swapping these 2 over, really, shouldn't I? That would have been the smart choice. Okay, so they're vehicles, so they can shoot in combat,
They're
correct?
not vehicles, they're bikes.
And bikes are not vehicles.
They're not vehicles.
They're similar but not the same.
Yeah, they can't shoot in combat.
Okie dokie.
Remember, you've got your psychic phase, though.
So when Arjack smites, it goes on one of these.
Yep, unless this is closer. I don't think it is, though. I think it's them, isn't it?
We can measure. I'm pretty confident it's these, though.
Yeah.
That's about 9 and a bit.
Yep.
That looks like...
That could be more.
13, 12 and a bit. Smite is a 7 up to 8.
Up to 8. Ooh. Ooh, do I fancy my chances? Are you within 12 of me? Is that over here? Not quite, is it? Nope. An 8. I'm a big fan of using your deny early because you don't want to not use it.
Because you don't want to be confronted with a 12.
Well, a 12 or a failure.
Yeah.
So the chance of you rolling in that sweet spot of I can actually deny it is reasonably low. I can't deny it anyway.
So that's D3 mortal wounds. That's only 1.
1 mortal wound. So one of them has taken 1. So that's fine, we can remember that.
So then if I do the Might of Heroes thing...
Yep. So mighting, not invulnerable saving, just checking.
He's not within 6 of anybody.
No problem.
he's
So what are you Might of Heroesing?
That.
That Dreadnought there.
So it's going up to toughness 8 and have the extra attack and so forth. Does it get +1 to hit?
Doesn't get +1 to hit, no.
Okie dokie.
Attack, strength and toughness.
Shooting phase. Yeah.
Yeah.
That was that. He knows 3. So my shooting phase then, this thing needs to shoot, and it needs to shoot. So we're now in tactical doctrine.
Yep.
So the heavy weapons are not getting an additional -1.
The heavy flamers. Oh no, heavy flamers heavy. Yeah. Obviously.
So I think he needs to fire at the Marines because I don't think he's going to do much on the Vindicator, and he's planning to punch it.
Punching it will kill it in a hit.
Oh yeah, quite possibly. So we've got a heavy flamer and we've got some frag grenade launchers and we've got the big Gatling cannon. They're all going into those.
No problem. So
2 shots from the frag grenades, of which 2 hit because I'm shooting on 4s now.
Yep.
Of which 2 wound.
Of which 2 save.
The Flamer is 5 shots. Okay, the Flamer's done quite well.
So the Flamer is against the Vindicator. Oh no, it's 12-inch range now, isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah. So actually the Flamer did awfully badly.
Oh, that is awfully
Am I within 6 inches of Arjac? Possibly. No, not quite. So that's 2 wounds.
2 wounds at -1. 1 failure. Who shall we lose?
And then I got the big Daka cannon.
We're going to lose this guy.
So that's 6, 7, 8.
This is a bit of an issue. I've got
more shooting
choose.
to do.
I've just got to choose. I'm going to lose the guy near the objective.
Yeah?
Yeah. I need this guy. I need some guns.
Yeah.
I'm running out of things to hurt you with.
4 more?
4 more dice, sorry.
Yeah, just for the... So hitting on 4s.
Yep.
So let's remove the failures. Wounding on 3s. That is 4 saves.
4
-1.
saves. Looking at 4s. 1 more dead.
They're 2 wound models. So you
Oh, yeah. That one's dead now. Oh, that's going to take...
I was thinking...
That's going to take some getting used to a tactical marine with 2 wounds.
I was thinking, why are you losing all of these models?
Oh.
But you weren't.
No. Tactical marines, 2 wounds.
Right. No. Is he within 12 inches of somebody? You checked for psychic hood and it was not.
See...
No. Well,
not in 12 that way.
so you can't Nightwing anybody?
Not sure he's got much. The Vindicator is slightly closer, I think. No, the Vindicator is slightly higher. You can Nightwing my Chief Apothecary.
Can I?
Through this little gap here.
All right. Well, I'll do the bolter shots up there.
Yep.
Actually, can Bike shoot 24 across there? Because I would much rather shoot them.
You can see this guy. You can't see these 2. So it's going to be extra
The longer end.
long.
So
no, that's well out.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll have to shoot those guys. It's AP -1, isn't it?
Yeah, yeah. Okay. But now I've got 2 wounds. I'm much more confident of this.
Yeah. I was thinking, what's going on here? Yeah. Strength 4, so that is 5 saves.
5 saves. Got those here. That is 1 failure. So just 1 has taken a wound.
1 damage. I'm going to check how good Nightwing is.
I suspect he's D6 bolt gun shots. Most birds are.
I think he was worse than that, actually.
Worse than that.
He is pistol. He is assault 3, but he does benefit from the tactic. So he has made 3 hits. He has made only the 1 wound because he's strength 3.
Okie dokie.
1 save at -1.
1 save at -1. He's still alive. Oh, lots of 4s this phase.
Yeah. Okay. So now it's just the big gun, the big guy.
Big
here.
guy.
Big guy. All right. So I want to fire my plasma cannon at your dude.
Yep.
Your dreadnought. Which is only D6 shots.
Okay. Need this to be a low and then a low when you inevitably re-roll it.
Yeah. Now, I think... Do I just want to fire everything at that? That's got the combat power to kill this.
Yes. Nothing else has over here.
Yeah. Okay. So I think we put all the guns into that. So if we start with the plasma cannon, because that might just do the job.
Yeah.
So that's only 2 shots.
Are you happy with 2 shots?
I don't have a lot of command points.
That is true.
I can punch you later. That is 2 hits, though. Wounding on 2s.
Yep.
That is 2 wounds.
Wounding on 2s?
No, not wounding on 2s.
Wounding on 3s.
Wounding on 3s, so that's no effect.
Oh, excellent.
Good job you mentioned that. Shots from the Icarus thing. 1 hit. Wounds.
Wounds. Saved.
Saves. The Gatling cannon. Was that 6? 3, 6, yeah. That is 4 hits. Sorry, 6 hits. This is strength 5, isn't it? So it's going to wound you on 5.
To wound.
No wounds.
Oof.
And then the little pop guns. I should have fired these at the other guy because he's only strength 4.
Yeah. But you might have needed 1 wound on this guy, so
1 hit, which doesn't work.
Oh, that was some shocking rolls.
Astonishing rolls. But now we move into the combat phase.
Yes.
So, in terms of my charging, then this guy is going to charge a Vindicator.
Okay, I think I'm going to Overwatch, otherwise the Vindicator is dead, so...
Yep, so
I'm going to spend my 1 CP and hope for a lot of shots and some 6s. Let's remove my Hunter Killer Missile. I fired that previously. Yeah. Okay, big number. It's a 3. and really need at least 1 6 here. There are no 6s. It was worth a try. So you need a, not very much.
I got a 3.
Oh, that is
So
not
there
enough.
goes my first CP.
Re-roll both of them.
Whoops,
Oh, in the
six.
tray. He's got a
There's
6 though. I think he's okay.
6. 11, mate.
11. So you could get wherever you want, basically.
I want to run around the back, rip the back door off, and punch up the guys who.
I would suggest
Reloaded.
possibly running to here and holding the objective.
Oh yeah, there's that. Yeah, I'll take that option. Thank you.
Thought you might. Plonk.
I'll take my damage with me, unfortunately. All right, Arjak's going to charge the Sanguinoobs. He gets an 8, so he's going to be able to do something similar, increasing the model count in this direction. That's a charge over there.
Yep.
Now, I have to get within an inch of that without contacting that, but you can choose to heroically intervene.
I could, so you might as well charge them both. This guy's got a chainsword, so he's not that much of a threat to you.
Cool. All right, well, let's do that then. Sorry, I should have rolled. I could potentially roll the double one.
You could roll a double one, but I still think that would make it.
Okay.
Look at that hand. That hand is the size of this poor Terminator.
Right, so what do I need to do first? The Vindicator's not going to hurt me.
Your combat, because I can interrupt over here.
You can. I'm going to charge this one.
Thought you might.
So, I have 5 attacks.
5 attacks.
On 2s.
Yep.
Are there any special minuses to hit?
There are no special minuses to hit over here.
How many wounds does the guy on the left have?
He has 5 wounds.
But a 4-up save.
But a 4-up save. He's got a 5-up. No, he has no invulnerable save.
Unless he uses his special
He can use his special rule to give himself a 3-up invulnerable save if he wants.
I'm going to put 1 punch into him.
Okay, I'm going to see
you're going to decide
when
whether
I
you're
have
gonna
to use it. I think it's a use at any point, weirdly, which there aren't many of. The Armour Indomitus. Once per battle, before making a saving throw for the bearer, it can activate its force field. If it does so, it lasts until the end of the phase.
Right, so you get to find out if you've been hit.
Yeah, I get to find out if I've been hit and been wounded as well.
Yeah, so if I spend my CP, I can re-roll ones.
You can re-roll ones in a bubble around your
5
deck.
attacks.
Yep.
They include me.
Yep.
Yep, so I'm going to do that. I'm putting 1 punch into Mr. Dude Bro over there, because I could 1 punch him.
You could easily 1 punch him.
But 4 attacks against is the main event.
Yep.
Okay. Hop. Okay, so that's 4 hits.
Yep. Your strength 14, so wounding on 3s.
Your toughness is 7.
Yeah. Oh, so wounding on 2s, sorry. I was thinking over.
Oh, there's a 1.
3 hits is enough. I'm on a 6-up save here.
You're on a 6-up save. Did you make 1?
I made 1.
Right.
So I might
now
survive
I do
this.
2d6 plus 3 damage plus 6.
2d6 plus 6, but it's actually plus 4 because I'm a dreadnought.
Because you're a dreadnought and reducing damage by 1. Okay, so here we go. There's a 6 there.
6, 7, 8,
That
9,
outright
10,
kills you, doesn't it?
11 damage.
That one on its own?
Yeah, that on his own. Well, it wouldn't. No, these are D3s, remember.
Oh,
So have you killed him?
D3 plus
so
3.
3, 4, 5, 6. You've rolled exactly what's needed to kill me.
Have I?
3 from that, 4 from the
I
other
think it's
one,
D6,
5, 6, 7,
not.
8 is exactly what's needed.
Bang!
So now I'm going to, first
Spend
of all,
CP to fight back.
and I need to see, I've got to read how they worded the stratagem.
Yep, can I try and hit the other guy with my...
Yeah, you do that one, because that would happen first.
Because that's a hit. And that's a wound.
A wound, I will activate my force field.
Which
Failed the
didn't
save,
work.
obviously.
And that is D3 plus 3 is 4. Is that how many wounds he has?
He has 5 wounds, thanks
Then
to his armour.
here we go.
Yeah, thought so.
Yes.
Yep, he's out of there as well. I could have re-rolled the save, but re-roll's been that, and I want to spend my CP on killing the dreadnought with my dreadnought.
Yeah,
so
but that's why it was important.
That's
to kill him.
Warlord dead.
And for 0 CP, I earn a CP for
You do,
killing
because
a
you
character.
killed a character. Have you still got that stratagem?
It's in the PDF.
If it's in the PDF, that is fine.
It's a 0 Pee-wee. It's a 0 P. Knowledge of the foe. Any character destroyed by an attack made by a Space Wolves model in your army.
Yep.
So it's a 0 CP stratagem. So
That's a good
I can do
one.
it once per battle round.
I'm attempting to figure out, what was it called, the killing somebody when you die?
That's going to be in the main Space Marine book, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm trying to remember what it was called. Only in death does duty end, that seems likely.
That's what I did right on your Dreadnought box, isn't it?
Yep. Fighting the attack of after resolving the destroyed model. So
Is it 2 CP?
2 CP, always was. So now I get to attack with my Dreadnought. So he has 5 base attacks and 1 special
He's
attack.
an extra attack.
He's got 4 attacks base plus 1 for being a Space Marine.
Right.
And then he gets to attack once as a bonus attack with his giant Force Halberd, which is the best attack he has.
Okay.
So let's do that one first of all.
You going to do that in the tray by any chance?
In the tray, it's a hit.
It's not -1 to hit the force
It's
weapons.
not, no. Let's have a quick check of his stats to see what bonus. I mean, it's going to be, it's not double strength, but it's at least +2, so he's wounding on 3s.
Down
+1 for
twos
being a
'cause you're
Blood Angel, so it's a 2.
Don't you have to charge for that?
No, it's first round of combat. So
Right.
if you're getting your +1 attack,
So
you're getting
let's
it.
see.
So that's a hit.
I got a 6 on the save.
Oh, we better look at the stats.
Never going to be -4.
You say that, I think it might be. This is, he only gets 1 of these, but it's a very good attack. It does D3 plus 6.
-4, surely.
Oh, Librarian Dreadnought. Oh, no, it is. It's only a -3. +2 strength, -3 damage, D3 +3. The thing. So you've made your save versus that one. And then 5 normal attacks hitting on 3s. 2 of them are misses. We have 1 wound, 2 wound, and I just need to check the strength of this. It is double, it is just a standard one. Yep, so all 3 wound you. So
He's strength 7 base, is he?
strength 7 base. No, he's strength 6 base, blimey.
You'd say, it's like the 4 attacks seem to be having the same stat line as me.
I thought they were all strength 7. He's only strength 6. So only 2 wounds.
2 wounds. And the AP, this is from a fist.
This is a fist, it's
6 up.
-2.
No, -2. Oh, well,
-3.
And the damage is?
And the damage is just flat 3, so flat 2 versus you. Does very little.
Down to 5. Oh, I disagree, but yeah, not as much as you would want.
No, I think your 2 Dreadnoughts are going to solo my entire army.
They're nearly dead now. So now you've done your interruption.
I haven't done an interrupt, but I chose to do that instead of interrupting over there because I thought he should have been able to kill that, but didn't manage it.
So we're still doing charges.
Still doing charges. I don't have the CP to interrupt over here, so it's your Arjac
So
next.
we can do this one.
Yeah, can do that one.
We haven't already done this.
No.
No, I'm feeling like I've already done this.
So this guy has 6 attacks.
6 attacks.
And hitting on 3s because it's Space Wolf charging.
Down to 3s for Space Wolf charging. Correct. All the ones. Oh, all the ones. He had the 6-inch aura.
Yeah, 2 hits is plenty as long as you wound.
I don't know whether I do. What's your toughness?
Toughness is 8. You've only wounded me once, but that's still...
No, Might of Heroes. I have wounded you twice.
Oh, yes.
So you've got 6 up saves. No, 5 up because of your armour plate.
He's only against ranged attacks, I believe. I'll roll them and check.
We're definitely punching you in that front plate.
2 1s.
Okay. And then it's 2d3 plus
2d3
6.
plus 6, it's dead.
Yeah.
Bang! Does it explode?
Oh, boo.
It does explode. It's the only way I'm going to get any damage through this game.
Please don't tell me it's d6.
I don't think it is. They've reduced the kind of like damage some explosions and such do.
I lost about 13 models to 2 Redemptors blown up in the last time I used these 2.
Okay, we have a Vindicator. I found a Predator. You'd think it'd be next to a Predator, it's not.
No.
D3 wounds within 6 inches though, so it's getting these bad boys.
D3.
They take 3.
Oh.
So 1 dead and 1 more wounded, which I'll find the wound count for in a moment. And your one takes 1.
Reduced by 1 to 1.
It is. That is a bracket on him though, so it's made him a lot worse.
Indeed it is.
Okay, that is gone.
That was that. Now Arjac Fullhammer. He's all special, so we'll fight with Arjac. Because I might be wrong, but I think we're nearing the end now, aren't we?
I think we are very near the end.
I think we might be like we're 1 phase away from the end. So Arjac is 4 attacks base, but I think he gives himself an extra attack. Only if he's fighting a monster or a character.
I think they got rid of... He used to have an aura of +1 attack, but they got rid of that.
It looks like it's not there.
Yeah.
To Wolfguard. Yeah, he used to make Wolfguard better. So
yeah, and he's a Wolfguard.
He adds 1 to damage when he attacks. Okay, so he's got 4 attacks base and 1 for being a Space Marine on the charge. And he's hitting on 2s because he's, all of that. His strength 10.
Yeah.
And your toughness?
I'm only toughness 4, wounding on 2s.
He rerolls 1s, but does he include himself?
I don't think he includes himself. He's not core, so...
Model unit makes an attack reroll a wound roll to 1. Space Wolves core.
Yeah, so no rerolling ones.
He doesn't do it for himself, so that's
4 wounds. What's the AP?
minus 3.
AP minus 3, so I've got 5 up saves versus that. Need a lot of these, I've got none of them.
Is that all 3 of them dead?
That is all 3 pasted.
Oh, there was a brutality there.
That was
a brutality. We've got a morale phase to do.
We have. I can't fail it. Oh no, I can. I can fail one back here.
And we've got some scoring to do. But I think we might be in a position where
do you not think my 2 tactical squads can kill your entire army?
I think at least one of us should consider conceding at this point.
I think at this point we might go back to the battle barge for reinforcements.
Let's go. Thank you for the game.
Thank you, sir.
If you enjoy what we do, why not show your genuine love and affection for your fellow man by popping over to our merch store on modelingforadvantage.co.uk and buying them a beautiful hat that'll make them look like a right. So, Michael, that is the second really lopsided game. I mean, to be fair, I don't think it was lopsided in that I think my first turn did some damage, but you recovered your Terminator.
Yeah.
Your first turn just didn't produce the results that you might have had.
The Vindicator is highly dangerous, but also highly random.
Yeah.
D6 shots doing D6 damage. I was hitting on 4s. That is a massive probability swing of what you could do,
and that's why it terrifies me. This is about
in the previous game. It has spiked, doesn't it? It's just bam,
it is capable of knocking anything out.
Oh yeah, it can do 36 damage if it rolls perfect.
Yeah,
but it can also deal. No,
but it can comfortably do 25 with a little bit of luck and a reroll.
It can comfortably do 15.
Yeah,
if with the reroll on the number of shots is the important reroll. If you can get 5 or 6 shots, it's deadly.
Yeah, and you got a decent hitting number, so it scares the heck, and it doesn't die easily.
No,
you know, which is the other point. I think it's a really good weapon system.
I think it's out of the basic mini marine or classic marine tanks. I think it's easily the best.
Yeah,
because it's the only one that's actually tough. Toughness 8 2 up save.
Toughness 8 is a big difference.
Yeah, much better than toughness 7 3 up save on a Predator or a Whirlwind or anything like that.
The 2 up is a big deal. Yeah.
Yeah.
But if you think about how the game panned, okay, so in this turn, actually my Redemptors have pushed through your characters. Yeah. But my Redemptors have got 8 wounds between them.
Yep.
An extra turn, that Vindicator could have comfortably done that 8 damage.
If I'd have gone first, I think you'd have had 1 less Redemptor.
Yeah.
But the first turn, and we were just discussing this off camera, and now we'll discuss it on camera. First turn is so critical. And it's not so much for the Alpha Strike, because terrain does benefit that. Like
we play with a lot of terrain for that reason.
Yeah, exactly. We couldn't protect our vehicles, but that's because we just didn't have quite as high terrain. But there was lots of line of sight blocking. There was plenty of terrain here. My Terminators, I was happy.
No marine. Other than the only things that couldn't hide were the 3 dreadnoughts. Yeah. Everybody else could choose to be shot.
Yeah.
Or not.
I put these Sangrew Guard down over here because they were blocked from a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
And I knew you could get some shots, but I needed to have some movement on them. The Terminators are in the centre.
I was surprised under the new mechanisms that they're not 3 wounds. I'm not saying that they need it, but in my mind I was
I don't think they wanted a 3 wound mini marine not in Terminator armour.
Yeah.
And I'm fine with it because they haven't gone up in any points and they've got +1 attack and they've got -1 to be hit in combat. So they've gone up in survivability and up in damage dealing, which I think is what they needed. I suppose it's because
the small game, the things that I could shoot at were Terminators, and then the realisation, oh, hang on, they are so much easier to kill. Oh, yeah.
Well, these Terminators, because they were in cover with the Storm Shields,
they
had +2 to their 2 up save, so
they ate almost my entire firepower for 10.
And they were kind of like my anvil plan, but these things are so good in combat. They just pureed the whole squad of Terminators in 1 round between them.
You were in a situation where you fought both. You didn't have your reroll ones. The dice went against you.
Yeah. But they're incredibly... If you think of close combat weapons in the game, the Thunderhammer is the premium close combat weapon in the game.
Yeah. This is Thunderhammer plus D3.
Yeah. Well, but also dealing damage to them. The Thunderhammer does 2 damage.
Yeah.
Your Power Fist deal 1 damage to these 13 wound Dreadnoughts.
Yeah. And the Space Wolf plus 1 to hit means you're still in the game when you damage.
Yeah, exactly. They're so hard to kill in close combat with the amount of wounds they've got.
And then there's the knowledge that they'll punch you back anyway.
Yeah, and they just... I mean, they killed my Warlord in a hit. They killed my Dreadnought. Just no problem.
Yeah, I think that there was slightly
above
odds.
There was above odds, but they are really
But the
dangerous.
one killed both of your characters.
And I don't think it's just these Dreadnoughts. I think normal Dreadnoughts are also really powerful. They all have the same bonuses of no longer suffering to hit penalties when they move.
Yeah, it's a
-1 damage.
It's a game changer.
It's such a big buff. I mean, that used to cost 1 CP every time you used it.
Yeah.
And now every Dreadnought has it on in every phase of the game.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible
And
buff.
that might heroes taking them up toughness 8s.
Yeah.
Meant that like you had melter shots here that just got
wounding on 4s then
and so forth.
Yeah.
And the numbers look really different on toughness 8. It works with the Vindicator.
But the thing I think Turn 1 did, it gave you the board.
Yeah, which happened in the last game I played.
Which happened exactly the same versus the demons.
Yeah.
So I had to attempt to push you off because the game is all about objectives, and this game was specifically about the centre objective.
Actually, the score is right. My score would have been massive.
Oh yeah, you'd have got.
You weren't going to have any models. Like next
exactly.
turn.
I'd have maybe killed. I might have killed both of these with the firepower, but
probably.
But then they're not going to kill everything else.
But if you didn't, they'd heroically intervene into you and finish you off in your turn.
Exactly. Yeah. But yeah, it's the going first is an issue, and from playing a few games, I've played maybe 12 games of 9th now, and over half of those have been smaller games, and small games are still great fun, but they are very swingy because you don't have anything to recover with. If something goes wrong, which is kind of the point of the small game, it should swing and finish.
Well, what we don't have, which we had before, though, is we've had before in sort of in late game, you've got a squad of scouts you paid 50 points for that creep onto the table, but there's a cheeky Power Fist in there, and he's got 3-4 attacks in the late game. It's like, actually, there's a lot of... When there's a small model count left, these coming on late game, they suddenly can be quite game changing.
They can, but now because you're scoring points from the start, it's you taking, like you were contemplating taking both your Dreadnoughts off at the start.
I was considering, because I genuinely thought I could...
Think how different this game would have been.
Well, I don't know if they did anything turn 1. They forced you to use a 0 CP stratagem to heal a Terminator.
But they'd have come on turn 2 with very little chance of a charge. They'd have both been on 9-inch charges needed, so they wouldn't have got into combat.
That's true, but I expected when there's Terminators charge me that I would lose.
Yeah.
I thought, but you didn't have the reroll ones. There was a lot of 1s and 2s in that. You know, the -1 to hit was a big thing for them as well. You got a lot less than half hits.
Oh yeah,
you had 25
less.
attacks and you did about 6 damage or something across the lot. But you expected to kill both.
I expected to kill one.
Hammer both of them though. Didn't you? It's like I won't kill them both. One will be dead.
I expected to kill this and bracket that.
Yeah.
And that was probably upper end expectations, but I expected to kill at least one of them.
Yeah. But it was. I think it was the hitting on 4s was what really.
Yeah, because I forgot to pop the strat on the first 6 hits, which did a couple of extra hits, which could have killed this. Unlikely.
Yeah.
But the 5-up invulnerable save also really helped you because you made a couple of saves on those for that.
I don't know that it did. I felt it gave me some sense of security. I don't know how often it.
I think maybe you made them for my shooting, not from my close combat. Actually.
Yeah. Maybe.
Because actually, the Thunderhammers are only -2 AP, so you didn't need the invulnerable save.
Right.
Because they would have been on a 5-up anyway.
Yeah, but my army looks really different with that. You know, if you think, okay, those two Redemptors have dominated, but they're both very nearly dead. They're one glass cannon away from dead, both of them, or one grav cannon shot away from dead.
Yeah, the grav cannon could have killed that,
and still will next turn in all probability. And what have I got apart from that? Okay, I have still got my characters, and you haven't.
I think these if it had gone on, Nigel would have dominated because of the smiting out
for the last few models. Yeah, but it's only 1 Marine a turn.
Yeah, because the 2 wounds.
The 2 wounds.
Need to remember that.
It was. Well, you forgot, didn't you? Completely
I did. Yeah,
completely forgot.
And that was the whole reason of taking the tactical squads.
Yeah. All right. Well, I think we will be back with Blood Angels and Space Marines when we've both got a codex.
Yeah,
not when one of us has got
I'm getting mine. I think it's Christmas release. I think they're going to save it for the kind of like they usually do a release just before Christmas, and I fear it's going to be that one, which will be annoying.
Do you reckon? Okay, but maybe we want to talk about the Knights again at some point because we haven't done that. And that's just straight up silly fun.
That was a great game, wasn't it?
I don't know whether I've got enough Knights anymore though.
What's happened to Johnny B's Knight?
Yeah, Johnny B's Knight's on eBay, mate.
Oh, is it?
If it's not sold, it's not sold. All right, guys, thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching.